Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. No, there is no episode about the Korg Electribe ER1 out there yet. I had to look it up myself, and yes, the snares totally sound like shit. At the first glance, ER1 is ticking all the boxes, in contrast to its siblings focused on sampling dance rompler tones and crappy sounding synths akimbo, the iconic red one. Of Bob's Burger fame is all about digital drums and comes with the same 64-step sequencer. Reliant on one of the wonkiest clocks in recent music tech history, triggering 4 percussion synthesizers, 4 predefined lo-fi samples, and a few gimmicks we will talk about in a bit. The primary sound generators revolve around a simple oscillator capable of producing sine and triangle waves, which can be pitched. And this is where things get interesting, modulated in frequency using one of 6 modulation sources, including standard waveforms, sample and hold for old school sci-fi weirdness, noise for the aforementioned crappy snares, and a simple envelope for Kraftwerk style saps, and kicks in varying degrees of psytrance. You can tame these tones with another simple envelope for amplitude and a basic filter called low boost, ranging from thin and tinny to bass-heavy overdrive. The original samples didn't tickle my fancy, so I bought an alternative firmware from the Electribe Shaman, which let me load my own. It's a bit tricky, Windows, PC only, and there's a dedicated video on this channel about it you should totally watch. I opted for a set of more easily digestible 808 tones. Regardless of whether you want to go down that rabbit hole, sample playback is limited to pitch, decay and low boost, and there are 2 choke groups. Sound design capabilities are rounded off with a groovy delay, which always affects all sounds, certainly not ideal, and a weird ring modulator. The latter can be applied to Percussion 1 and 2 or Percussion 4 and the audio ins. These channels allow for sequencer-based trance gating of external sound sources. The only way to implement dynamics is a master accent track. Volca users will be familiar with Korg's trademark motion sequencer, allowing for rudimentary automation with parameter smoothing. Timing of the TR-style sequencer is all over the place. Swing sounds like a drummer after a 72-hour spender. The machine comes with many quirks that can turn your live performance into a nightmare. You will have to stop playback for essential things like writing a pattern, mutes cannot be saved and recalled, and although the knobs look inviting, the parameter jumps when touching them can completely annihilate your sound. There's a bit of menu diving involved when using song mode or changing preferences, and the lackluster MIDI implementation is improved by the alternative firmware. MIDI sync is still a gamble. Every time I use a first-gen Electribe, I'm surprised that the feeble contraptions with their wobbly knobs still work like it's 1999. One pair of stereo outs is a limitation. Mark II is mostly identical. Its DNA made its way into Volca Drum. There's a plugin and you can find ER1s for prices depending on how broke the current owner is. ER1 is probably the most iconic original Electribe, and sounds unique up to this day. How could they get away with these snares? You have already heard the drum machine in today's intro tune. Someone in the Bob's Burgers writing room seems to be a synth head. Time to crank swing, work around the limitations of the internal delay and add the inevitable TB3. That's more warm-up than peak hour, but you get the idea. The kicks aren't always easy to fit in, getting the pitch of the tonal sounds right is a challenge, and I don't regret changing the samples one single bit. It's groovy though. Let's team it up with its Rampler sibling and give the audio in Trance gates a go. Finally, a kick and snare that don't sound like crap. However, it's a pity that the massive bass tones of the ER1 can't be played chromatically and the audio in sequences are gimmicky. Regardless of how much fun it is to tweak, ER1 sounds tend to be a bit raw. I wanna know if we can polish them to perfection with the power of both a DAW and a guitar tuner to create an abstract 1999 sci-fi banger and unapologetically digital subwoofer benchmark. Verdict. Playing a Korg ER1 is a pleasurable experience, not only because it offers plenty of highly tweakable tones that sound nothing like most other drum machines, but also because it is a rare combination of simplicity and depth. That being said, although the quirky vintage UI and feature set has its charm, I would love to have all the unique digital goodness in a contemporary product, and as of now, Korg's offers in that regard don't really do the trick for me. Speaking of which, wouldn't it be awesome if we could just buy a brand new Korg drum machine based on all the great models and algorithms the manufacturer has amassed over the years? Forget what I just said. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and use one of the links down below to support the channel regardless of what your gas commands you to buy.